Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy Monday. We are so excited for yet another Monday morning show. I'm Noah.
And I'm Ashley.
And we are your hosts. So Ashley,
Yes.
what'd you do this weekend?
I had a great weekend.
Well, that's great. I'm so glad to hear it.
We went out to my in-laws and hung
nice.
out with everyone out there at the property on Saturday and then just had family day yesterday.
Oh, nice. So much family. I love that.
How was your weekend?
My weekend was good. I went to another wedding.
Another wedding.
Another wedding. This one was in Stevensville, which is over by St. Joe. And it was another high school friend's wedding that I went to with another one of my friends. So,
how fun.
Yeah.
Was it a good time?
It was a great time.
Good.
Lots of fun. Lots of dancing.
Oh, yes. Dance the weekend away.
Yes, exactly. I'm still a little sore this morning, you know.
Oh, well, what do you do?
Party too hard.
What a life.
Yes.
Well, today is a holiday that I'm really looking forward to.
Oh, it's a holiday today.
It is. It is National Slap Your Annoying Coworker Day.
Oh.
And so, no.
Oh, man.
It really is, but I don't have any of those, so I'm not
Your
going
annoying
to celebrate.
What an aggressive holiday.
No.
I don't think I abide by that holiday.
No.
I don't like it.
No, violence is never the answer.
It is not the answer unless you play roller derby, and then sometimes it's the answer.
And then it's the point.
It's the reason. But
But-
in general, we shouldn't slap our coworkers.
No. That gets HR called really quickly.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Do you have any other holidays to
I do.
celebrate?
It
Okay,
is
great.
also TV talk show host day.
Oh.
And this is the first year that you and I can celebrate that.
As we are TV talk show hosts.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, never in my wildest dreams.
No? Yeah, who would have thought?
Who would have
week,
thought?
We're on TV. I love telling people that I host a morning show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, every Monday I'm on TV. It's great. Well, what is TV talk show host day all about?
It's just celebrating those talk show hosts. It started as a celebration of Johnny Carson, who hosted The Tonight Show for 30 years. I'm sure many of our viewers are familiar with him, but I think now it is to honor Noah and Ashley.
It's Noah and Ashley Day. Every day's Noah and Ashley Day, right?
Well, yes.
Well, awesome. I love that holiday. Thank you for sharing.
Oh, you're welcome. Let's jump into our week.
Let's talk about our week. So on Tuesday, we have Tech with Sandy. This class is going to be called How It All Works. This is a back by popular demand class. It's all about the big questions of the cloud, data, internet, Wi-Fi, what type of device you have, and so much more. So this is just a class to come learn a little bit more about the digital world, the way the digital world works, and why it should matter to you. And that is at 10 a.m. in the Michigan Room on Tuesday. And then at 11 a.m., the Village artists are heading out to the Kreisinga Art Museum to go do some drawing and painting and enjoying before they come on back.
Wonderful. Well, Wednesday morning at 9:30, we are headed out to Fenville because fall just wouldn't be the same without a trip to Crane's Orchard.
It's true.
We're going to have cider and donuts and take a nice scenic drive to and from and enjoy the fall color before it heads into winter.
Wonderful.
Yes.
We love that. And on Thursday, we've got quite a day on Thursday.
Busy.
We have the Holland Symphony Orchestra pre-concert chat at 3 p.m. in the auditorium. And that is when the Holland Symphony Orchestra director comes in and lets us know a little bit about their upcoming concert. Also at 3 p.m. in the Michigan Room is going to be a wellness event with Dr. Curry, who's an ophthalmologist that practices in Holland, and he will be presenting on eye health. In the evening, we have Hope GPS, the Great Performance Series at 7 p.m. It is the Escher String Quartet, and that bus will head out at 7. And if you want to stay in on Thursday night, we have Peter Bergen coming to play some ragtime music and celebrate our October birthdays at 7:15 in the auditorium. Whew, that's a busy day.
Make sure you sleep in on Thursday so you've got the energy for Thursday afternoon and
Yes,
evening.
to make it through.
Well, Saturday, so excited for Saturday.
So excited.
So excited. At 1 o'clock, we have our first ever Freedom Village Trunk or Treat. And that will be out in the employee parking lot right along 7th Street. Everyone is invited out. Invite any of the children in your life or just come out to see the children and get a little bit of candy. Yes. We'll have many, many trunks open for kids to trunk or treat at, collect candy. We also have some games. We'll have refreshments, donuts, and cider because Can you get enough donuts and cider
I don't
in
think
October?
you can.
I
No.
can't, at least. And so it should be a really great time, 1 to 3 o'clock on Saturday.
Awesome.
If you want to stay in, we're also, we're just not going to talk about that because I want to end on a...
Trunk or treat. Great. It's going to be another great week at Freedom Village,
It
isn't
is.
it? Ah, I love it.
Well, with Trunk or Treat on Saturday, that means October is coming to a close.
That is crazy.
It
It
is
just started.
Unbelievable.
Oh, man.
But as October comes to a close, that means November opens, which means it's time for our annual Holiday Bazaar,
It's Bazaar Week.
which is another great time.
It is a busy time.
So busy,
Very busy
so
time.
busy, but so much fun stuff and for such a great cause. As we're leading into Bazaar Week, we are going to have some interviews kind of related to that.
Wonderful.
And this week we have got Dick Stafford and Harold Gazan, and they are kind of the leaders of the Pancake Breakfast. And so, as you all may or may not know, the Pancake Breakfast raised quite a bit of funds for the Freedom Village Scholarship, which is where all the proceeds from the bazaar go. And so we sat down with them, and we'll take a look now.
Good morning, all you faithful watchers and listeners. We're here today with two very special people, Harold Gazan and Dick Stafford. Now, you probably have seen both of them around in the area, and you probably have seen them together, but mostly we see them together when they're working on Saturday morning breakfasts. And that's what we're here to talk about. What it is, how it started, and who benefits from it, and how much work it really is. I know you contribute in a lot of other ways, but this is one we want to talk about today. May we do that?
I think the crew that does it benefits as much as anyone because it's a lot of fun.
Is it
I
really?
find it to be a lot of fun. And a lot of people say to us, thank you for doing this, because otherwise sometimes I wouldn't eat with anybody for the week.
Ah,
So it's a big deal. It's a good deal.
that's great.
It raises money for the scholarship fund too. And that's a big deal also.
It is. It is. Do you find people regularly coming, or different people every time coming
We
to
have regular
bed?
customers every
Yes.
week. Right.
It's often ex-crew members who come too. I
Oh,
mean,
do
they
they?
just know what a good morning it is.
How did you ever get started doing this? What is the background of all of this?
They want to share the history, which goes back to 1991, or even before they built.
What happened in 1991?
Well, Gwen would be the person to interview for the
Yeah.
history of it.
Who is that?
When it's Gwen
Oh,
Bartels,
Gwen. Yes, Gwen would know
because it
that.
started over in the duplex
Mm.
before this building
Oh, did they?
existed.
Yes.
They started
Yeah.
these breakfasts there?
Yeah, when they were kind of slow on Saturday mornings. Let's get Gwen somehow to tell that. But
I probably
it's a
could.
nice story.
Yeah, I could. I
By the
could.
time we got involved, it was 20 years old. I don't know, yeah, 92, 02, 12 years old.
So it was pretty well run by that
It
time?
was going.
Yeah, different people were in charge over time.
Mm-hmm.
A man by the name of Keith Roloff was in charge. When we moved in here, Dick moved in 2006. My wife and I moved here in 2007. And Keith Roloff approached me and said, "Boy, you're a young, vigorous man. How about working in Pancake Breakfast?"
Flattery.
So I volunteered, and Dick also volunteered. A year later, 2008, Keith approached me and said, "I need someone to take over to run it." And he said, "By the way, I'm not the only one. Ruth Kronemeyer does all the computer work."
Oh.
I said, "Oh, that sounds like a lot of work for one person. I'll tell you what, I'm willing to do it if you can talk Dick Stafford into being co-coordinator with me."
So what's really involved in doing it? You know, where do you start? What?
Well, here's a list of tasks. this list is,
What is that entitled? Those are tasks?
yeah, these are tasks.
Oh,
4 pages for opening the bistro and 4 pages for closing. And Dick and I start at 5:45
really?
every Saturday morning, and we begin to carry out all these various tasks. Nick is a very detailed process kind of person, and he and I have developed this manual.
Oh, that looks very detailed.
And there are instructions here for every
Area,
area.
every
Do
phase.
you want to talk about it?
Each team member, and we have 4 different crews, one for each Saturday of the month, about 11 on the crew,
Okay,
and share the positions between those 4 crews of the 5th Saturday of the month. 4 of those are occur during the year. We used to have plenty more people, 5 teams, but now there are 4 teams. And there's an assignment for each crew member, so you could get a substitute sometimes, and the other team will pretty much know what you're going to do, and you know how to fit in, and all the work gets done. But we borrow the bistro.
and
And
tell
so
me
we
what
have
that
to
means when
return
you
it.
borrow
It's
it.
ours to use for those couple of hours. But on Monday morning, when the bistro crew comes to work, they want to be able to find things the way it was. They don't want to go around looking for things.
Yes,
They're plenty busy just getting it ready for the opening on Monday mornings.
Which is why we had to develop a very detailed task list of what needed to be done.
retrieve keys, retract track, open the gates, turn on the lights.
Well, if we miss something,
These
we
are-
may get a phone call Monday morning. Would you come down here, please?
These are very detailed, and this gets checked off every
Well,
week?
Right.
Many
Yeah.
of the crew members are in their 80s, and so memory is, we need these.
No.
Yeah.
Sure. So you get going, but you've got this set up for a day or a week, or a month in advance, really,
Now,
haven't you?
here's a schedule,
Mm-hmm.
and there's as Nick explained, we have a crew for each of the 4 Saturdays. And I kind of coordinate because I have all of it on my computer. So if someone can't work on a particular Saturday, we hope they'll work out a substitute. And we do have a few substitutes. And
So all of these people know that they have to be there.
yep,
How do you get these people?
we recruit them.
How do you do that?
Oh, we see someone who we think might make a good table server or a cashier like Frank Beltman. I know that he owned his own business. So I said, we need a cashier, Frank. How would you like it? He said, well, what's involved?
So it's a
I
lot.
gave him a set of instructions, read them over, and let me know. And he said, yeah, I'm willing to be a substitute. That's how it works.
Well, I haven't gone very often, but the last time I was there, I was impressed by how many volunteers you have and the efficiency of it all. They all seem to know what they're doing very well,
Right?
and they're all very gracious about it, and they're serving the same people they live with.
Right.
And I think that's,
I think that's part of the fun of it.
it is. So how many people do you get on a Saturday morning?
It varies. Last week we had 34, which is very low.
That's, yeah.
And on a waffle Saturday,
Yeah,
which we
that-
have coming up, over 60.
That's big time. People like waffles. Huh?
Right.
And then sometimes you put a little trim on it, like
Yeah.
strawberry or a blueberry or What's coming this
Right.
week? Who knows? Just wait and see.
Just waffles.
Just waffles. Okay.
We always have our regular menu of
Yeah.
pancakes, scrambled eggs, sausage, raisin or cinnamon toast.
Is all that food there ready for you to use? You have.
Well, we scramble our own eggs.
You do.
Yeah, we and we make our own waffles. Martin Nebo is our waffle maker.
I know.
He makes them from,
From the.
yeah.
From
They
the.
aren't frozen. During the week, the bistro provides frozen Belgian waffles.
Isn't that a benefit? If you want your waffle just made,
Yeah.
you get it on Saturday morning. That's wonderful.
Right.
There's so many things that we don't know about this. Yeah.
Harold mentioned Keith Roloffs. When I was a new resident, went to Pancake Breakfast as a customer, and it was not set up like the bistro is now. It was a cafe, and we had a
Yeah.
tray rail. You pushed your trays along. But I just happened to notice a man in the back washing dishes. Turned out to be Keith Roloffs. But I was asked if I would like to be on the crew. And I said, well, what position? And the person said, the cook. I said, well, don't you start in there? And I pointed to where Keith was and say, don't you start in there and work your way up? No, we need somebody who can stand up for 2 hours. That was the requirement for a cook in 2005 or so.
Speaking of hours, if you volunteer to do this, how many hours do you put in? Does a volunteer put in a morning?
Well,
The crew would get there roughly 6:45 and leave roughly 10 o'clock or a bit before that.
yeah, some leave earlier. Some are through by 9:30.
Mm-hmm.
But about roughly 3 hours on that. We eat together and then do the serving portion and then the cleanup. So you could be there for 3 hours.
So you have to clean it up. Of course, now the bistro's not open after that, but originally you had to clean it up so the bistro could open.
We had about a 15-minute and then they started coming in. So
Yeah, actually,
So this was a little more relaxed.
right. Well, we have more time, but we have more chores.
Yeah.
Because before, when the bistro was operating, we did not have to clean out the coffee makers because they would say,
There you go.
make it, brew another
Yeah.
quantity of coffee. Now we have to empty it all. We have to clean it, run it through the dishwasher. We have to remove all trash. We have to make sure everything is spotless and clean and ready for them Monday morning.
It's a lot of detail. A
So,
lot of
which
detail.
is why we have a check-off list.
it's expected of us to do it safely too.
Right.
That's
The
right.
cleaning processes, cleaning the tables, washing our hands. We're
Mhm.
expected to do it just like the bistro folks would.
Yeah.
Be safe.
We have to follow public health requirements.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really a privilege being granted to us as residents because we're not employees.
Now tell me who really benefits from this besides the volunteers. And that's like my little article here says volunteering can help you stay active, social, and engaged. That's one benefit. And we all know that the more we volunteer, the better it is. But the big benefit is the scholarship fund.
Right. We probably raise $8,000 to $9,000 a year, which is probably 1/5 of the total amount raised for the scholarship. The biggest fundraiser, of course, is the bazaar and the various sales they have. They're having one coming up for peaches.
Mm-hmm.
they have other
We just
sales.
finished blueberry pies, and now we're
Right,
going to do
right,
peaches, and
right.
that's right.
So they contribute a sizable amount.
They do. Well, I think your contribution is a lot of planning, and you've got it organized tremendously, but you've got a lot of physical labor, and that's
Right.
another thing that some people say, well, I really can't do that, but you've got jobs for people who can just sit and take money, or who can fold napkins, and there's
Yeah.
all kinds of things that
Right.
you can do.
There are.
If you can't run around
Right.
pouring coffee, there's a lot of things to do,
Yeah.
right?
Truly, yeah.
So, can we use this as a plea for more volunteers?
We need more table service, don't we?
That's a good place to start out. Then you could move to another kind of specialty position, which might be the cashier or the order taker. But starting as a table server, it's a fun way to get to know people too.
I bet it is. I bet it is.
Yeah.
Get newcomers to come.
Yeah.
Oh, this is really nice. It's really good.
I'm going to tell them about our coupon for new residents.
Yeah, new residents, when they move in, get a free pancake, a coupon for a free pancake breakfast
Mm-hmm.
to encourage returning. It's also a good way to sit down with people and see if they might be willing to be on the crew too. And sometimes,
And along with the coupon is a information sheet which tells a brief history of the pancake breakfast and where the money goes and so forth.
That's just it's a lot of hard work for a lot of people, but it's so beneficial on so many aspects.
I'm not sure who handles the distribution of coupons. And
well, Judy Gatos isn't on a crew as such, but she gets from marketing the names of people who are going to move in.
Judy Gatos
Judy
does?
Gatos does that, and
Okay.
she's the coupon distributor and gets to talk with the folks early and sometimes encourages them. "Hey, maybe you could be on the crew with us."
Oh, see, and I never knew that.
Mhm.
That's wonderful. And she's just so quietly working behind the
Behind the
scenes
scenes,
and
yeah.
doing all of that.
Right.
Well, thank you for saying that. And thank you for bringing her name in.
You bet.
Anything else you'd like to tell us about it? Just one of the big things that you do? You really like doing it?
This is a lot of fun.
This is a lot
I
of
look
fun.
forward to it.
Oh, that's the best part. That's a good thing to hear.
Truly. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad both of you came today to tell us about it.
You're very welcome.
And you say on Saturday it's the waffles again?
Mhm.
Well, we don't know when this is going to play, probably. But
Well,
it'll
it's
be
waffles
something.
The first Saturday of every month.
First Saturday of every month is waffles. Okay.
Third Saturday,
Third,
French toast.
French toast. And people I know bring their own syrup sometime.
Oh,
Some-
they want maple syrup.
Maple
right?
syrup, yes.
Some bring their own strawberries or blueberries.
And that's permissible.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, well, that's good to know too. You can bring your own adornments, whatever you want to.
Right, right.
Thank you so much for coming, both of you,
Our-
for giving
our
your
pleasure.
service,
Thank
for
you.
giving you all of the time that you devote each week, and we'll just be more appreciative of it every time we have some breakfast there.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Well, that was great. We are so excited to be heading into another wonderful week. We hope to see you all at Trunk or Treat on
Yes.
Saturday afternoon. We are so excited. We'll be dressed up. We hope that you're dressed up. It's going to be a blast. And until then, that's Ashley.
That's Noah.
And this has been Monday Morning. We'll see you next week. Bye.